Hi everyone, this is Sensei Jerry Valido with Valido Martial Arts. Today we're going to be doing a video specifically for my students who are training for their yellow belt rank. We're going to be covering the 10 required American Kenpo self-defense techniques in order. And after my little video clip here, I will be putting a list up on the screen for your reference. Make sure that as you are training your techniques to pay attention to the details that we will cover in class, because in these videos I'm not going to be going over too much detail. Some of the important parts I will be explaining, but a lot of the details of each technique I'll be going over in class. So use the video wisely, make sure you watch it often, and if you have any questions we can cover that when we see each other. Alright, so have fun and let's get started. Technique number 5 for your yellow belt advancement is going to be called captured twigs. Twigs indicating your arms, captured indicating that your arms are pinned to your side. So this particular attack is for a bear hug from the rear and your arms are pinned. Okay, so for the first time in our training now in self-defense techniques, we're going to learn how lateral movement will open up targets for us. Okay, so as I'm in the ideal phase, as I'm being held here in this bear hug, okay, I want to step my left foot out into a good horse stance, solid enough where it aids in my being able to stay grounded, even for just a second, so I can get my strike in. Okay, because more than likely, if they've got you in a bear hug, they may not keep you here. They probably think of picking you up and checking you someplace. So by lowering your center of gravity and getting to this nice deep horse stance, you're going to prevent that from happening for just a second so that you can get your strike. Okay, so I'm going to do a few things on this first movement. I'm going to step my left foot to 9 o'clock into my horse stance, facing 12 o'clock. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to check right on top of their hands so their hands don't go flying up into my face. And I'm going to do a reverse hammer fist, just like this, okay, right to their groin. Okay, and I'll show you how all that works when we pair up. So the first move, 1. And I'm going to look behind me to make sure I know where the guy's at. Okay, I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to pull my foot into a 90-degree cat stance. 90 degrees because my left foot stays where it is, and when I pull into this cat, it makes a 90-degree angle. Okay, so from here, 90-degree cat stance. And as I do this, I'm going to try to check down and push his hands off of me, but I'm also going to take my right hand and I'm going to sneak kind of a horizontal elbow where it's going to kind of round in and hit him. Now that is not written into the technique into the book. That is something that I have my students do, so it allows you to get a little more space, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So after this hammer fist, pull into the 90-degree cat, elbow. So from this cat stance, I'm going to stomp the closest foot, wherever the closest foot is. I'm going to stomp it, and then I'm going to shuffle, do a push drag shuffle towards 430, and I'm going to do what's called a vertical obscure elbow underneath his chin with a left positional check and cross. So let's have Mr. Culkins come in and we'll pair up with this. Okay, so he has this bear hug on me. All right, now something that you need to see here. So we're going to turn to the left just for a second. If he has a bear hug on me, all his body targets are aligned right where my body targets are. His chest is basically where my chest is, my stomach is where his stomach is, and my groin is where his groin should be. Okay, so as we get into this attack here, what I'm going to do is as I step and drop, I'm going to pin check his hands and watch what happens. I'm not going to do the hammer fist yet. Okay, see what opens up? I've got the groin shot right there, and that's where I'm going to hit. Okay, so first movement, I'm going to step to the left to 9 o'clock, pin, hammer fist, and I'm going to look to make sure I know where he is. Okay, now, as I pull this foot, the right foot, into that 90-degree cat, I'm going to try and peel off this this hand here, but I'm going to sneak. See, I have some room here. I'm going to sneak this elbow in and hit him wherever I can, the rib, the stomach, wherever I can, as hard as I can. Boom! Okay, so that should give me some space, but my hands are still up positionally checking. I'm in this cat now. I'm going to take my front foot. This is the closest foot. I'm going to stomp it. That should pop him back a little bit. okay, which allows me to shuffle in now and hit him underneath the chin with this vertical obscure elbow. I'm going to do what's called a contour, right up underneath his chin along the line of his torso so that he can't see it coming. Okay, so one more time. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once again, step off to 9 o'clock, pin check, hammer. Okay, pull into your 90-degree cat stance, hit that elbow, stomp, elbow,